Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. I am Neha Paryani, and in this session we are going to discuss about how to prepare realization account. We will also be solving one problem relating to it. Okay. In my previous session we have started with the concept of dissolution chapter. We have discussed what is the difference between the dissolution of a partnership and dissolution of partnership firm. Along with that, we discussed the reasons or mode for dissolving the firm, and we also discussed the accounts to be prepared in case of dissolution. Okay, if you have not watched the previous video, its link will be provided in the description box below or at the end of this video. You can also watch it on channel's playlist. So today we will start with realization account. Okay, first of all, let me explain you the concept, right? So while explaining what is dissolution of a partnership firm, I told you that the firm or our business activities are going to be shut down now. We are going to shut down our business activities, right? So our business is being shut down. So what all the assets do we have in our business? Okay, all these assets will be sold off or realized, right? So these all assets will be realized, and whatever the liabilities do we have in our business, these liabilities has to be paid off. Okay, so what we can do for payment of liabilities, we can sell off the assets of the firm or we can realize the assets of the firm, then we can pay off what are the liabilities we have. Okay, so and after payment of liabilities, if excess amount from assets sold is remaining, then we treat that as profit on realization. Or when we are going to shut down the business activities, we still have profit, we can assume that. Okay, then if we don't have excess amount, or if our liabilities are more than assets, then we can say that loss on realization. Then the partners of the firm has to pay off the liabilities of the firm. Okay, that will be treated as loss on realization. So for selling the assets or realizing the assets, payment of liabilities, okay, payment of liabilities. So for all these process, for showing all these things, we prepare realization account. Okay, and at last in realization account we will find out that we have profit or loss on realization. Clear? So this is the concept of realization account. So remember, realization account is prepared when the firm is going to be dissolved. Okay, this account will never be prepared when the business is still existing. Okay, so this is the concept of realization account. Now let us have a look at the format of realization account. Okay, so this is the format. Now the format, or you can say that realization account, I am dividing it into 4 parts or 4 steps. Okay, so I will tell you which are those, then it would be easy to remember for you. So first step is we have to record the book value of assets and liabilities. Okay, on debit side, so this is the debit side and this is the credit side. On debit side, we will first record the book value of assets. Now what is this book value, right? So in your question, a old balance sheet will be given. We can't say old balance sheet here. We can say that in your question the balance sheet of the firm will be given. Okay, so in the asset side you will be having certain assets along with the value of their assets, right? So that we call it as book value of assets. Clear? So here we have to record the book value of all the assets except for cash or bank. Okay, so except for cash in hand or cash at bank, we have to record the book value of all the assets. Even though if we have goodwill here, goodwill is mentioned in the balance sheet and certain value is given, we will treat it as asset and we will record its book value here. Okay, so up to here this is the first step, right? So not only recording the book value of assets, similarly we also have to record the book value of liabilities here. Now while recording liabilities, again these will be given in the balance sheet itself, right? These will be given in the balance sheet itself, but we have to exclude capital. Okay, capital of partners, then any undistributed profits or losses like reserve fund, right? Then a partner's loan. These 3 things has to be excluded. Okay, other than these 3 things, all the liabilities book value has also should be mentioned here. Clear? Now if partner's loan is given, then we have to exclude it. Okay, if third party's loan is given, then we have to take it here. right? Suppose A is our partner, right? So instead of A's wife loan is given here. Okay, A is our partner, but A's wife is not our partner. We will treat A's wife as third party. Okay, so third party loan is the liability for the business, so we will take it here. We will mention its book value in the liabilities on credit side, right? So here the first step completes, recording the book value of assets and liabilities, right? Assets on the debit side and liabilities on the credit side. Clear? So after this, now next step is selling off or realizing these assets. Okay, so whatever the assets have been sold, we will record it here. We will record it as cash or bank account. Okay, sale of assets. Suppose land and buildings value was rupees 60,000. It's been sold for 50,000 rupees. So I'll record it here as land and building realized for rupees 50,000. Clear? So all the assets, whatever the assets have been sold, will be recorded as cash or bank account. Now, if among all these assets, if any of the partner is taking over any asset, suppose patents is being taken over by A. Okay, A is our partner, so A is taking over the patents. So we will mention it as partners capital account in bracket assets taken over. Okay, then we will not record it as cash or bank account, right? We will use cash or bank account only when the asset is sold or realized. Here, so if any partner is taking away the asset, then we would mention it as partners capital account. Now the same entry will appear in partners capital account also when we will prepare their capital account. Clear? So if asset is taken over by the partner, it should be mentioned as partners capital account, right? Then, so this is the second step, either selling the assets or if any partner takes over the asset, we have to mention it on the opposite side. See, the book value of assets, we mentioned it on the debit side. So they're selling or taking over should be mentioned on the opposite side. So we are mentioning it on the credit side. Clear? This is the second step. Now third step is payment of liabilities, right? We have sold off our assets, we have got certain amount. Clear? So out of this amount, we are going to pay off our liabilities, right? So if the liabilities are paid, we will record it as cash or bank account, liabilities paid. Now the book value of liabilities is recorded on the credit side. So the payment should be recorded on the debit side, opposite side. Clear? So if any liabilities are paid, suppose creditors were worth rupees 40,000. Okay, we have paid all of that. So we would record it as cash or bank account, liabilities paid, creditors rupees 40,000. Okay, then if there are any unrecorded liabilities, suppose like outstanding salaries, outstanding bills are given in the question, which are not in the balance sheet, which are not taken here, okay, which are not recorded in the balance sheet, even those should be recorded here as again cash or bank account. Okay, so this is the third step, right? This is the third step. And if any of the partner is paying for the liabilities, right, like similarly how partner is taking over the asset, right, then we will mention it as partners capital account on the opposite side. Here, if any of the partner is paying liability instead of firm or on behalf of firm, then again we would mention it as partners capital account, liabilities assumed by the partner or liabilities paid by the partner. Clear? This is the third step, right? And final is suppose if there are any realization expenses given in the question, then we would record it as cash account on the debit side. Expenses are recorded on the debit side, right? So cash account on the debit side in bracket realization expenses. Okay, that's it. First of all, we have to show the book value of assets and liabilities. This is the first step. Second step is to selling of the assets, or if any partner takes over the asset, we have to mention that. It's the second step. Third step is payment of liabilities, either by the firm or by any of the partner. We have to record it. Okay, if there are any unrecorded liabilities, even those should be recorded. This is the third step. Okay, fourth step is if we have any realization expenses, that has to be recorded on the debit side. Okay, so whole of this format has been divided into 4 steps. Okay, at last what we will do, we will do the total of both the amount columns on debit side and credit side, and we will check which side is bigger. Okay, suppose if credit side is bigger, credit side total is more, then I would mention the amount same on both the sides, and I will get a balancing figure here. Okay, so this balancing figure will be treated as profit on realization. Okay, and this will be transferred among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. Clear? In the profit sharing ratio, this profit will be transferred. Now, in case debit side is bigger, means the total on the debit side is more now. Okay, so again what I will do, again I'll write the same total on both the sides. Okay, then I will get a balancing figure on the credit side now. Okay, this will be treated as loss on realization. Okay, again this loss has to be beared by all the partners, again in their profit sharing ratio. Okay, so this is the process in which we will show whatever the assets we had and how many of them have been sold and how many liabilities have been paid off. After payment of all our liabilities, do we have profits or are we facing losses? Okay, for whole of this process we prepare realization account. So I hope this must be clear to you all. Now let us try to solve a problem relating to realization account. Okay, the problem is Achal and Vichal were partners in a firm sharing profits in the ratio of 3:5. Okay, on 31st March 2011, their balance sheet was as follows. So one balance sheet of the firm is given here. Okay, then they are telling the firm was dissolved on 1st April 2011. Okay, and assets and liabilities were settled as follows. Now certain information relating to assets realized and liabilities paid is given. Okay, first point they are telling land and building realized at 4,30,000 rupees, right? So this information we will see when we will prepare the account. Okay, so currently we know that we have to prepare the realization account, right? We have to prepare this account. So I told you what is the first step. First step is to record the book value of assets and liabilities. Okay, we will start with recording the book value of assets. Now we have balance sheet in the question. Okay, I told you other than cash in hand or cash at bank, other than this one, we have to record all the assets. Okay, all their book values, value is given for all the assets, right? So this has to be recorded. Okay, so book value of assets is recorded on the debit side. We can take it as assets account, in bracket their book value. Clear? So what all the assets are given in the question? Land and building is given. Land and building. Value of land and building given in the question is 4 lakh. Then machinery 3 lakh. Debtors 2,22,000. Okay, we will record all these three. 4 lakh. Then we have machinery at rupees 3 lakh. Okay, then we have debtors at rupees 2,22,000. Okay, total of these will be rupees 9,22,000. So recording of book value of assets is done. So next we have to record the book value of liabilities. Okay, so again I told you while recording the book value of liabilities, three things should be excluded. One is capital of the partners. Okay, then undistributed profits or losses. Okay, then third thing is partners loan. Okay, these three things has to be excluded, right? So now check here, capital should be excluded. We know that. Other than that, we have creditors and we have employees provident fund. Creditors rupees 1,79,000 and employees provident fund rupees 21,000. So let's record both of these here. The book value of liabilities should be recorded on the credit side. Liabilities, their book value. Okay, we have creditors rupees 1,79,000. Okay, Then we have employees provident fund, right? So that amount is rupees 21,000. So totally we have liabilities of rupees 2 lakh. Okay, if you can see, the assets that we have are of rupees 9,22,000 and liabilities that we have are of rupees 2 lakhs. Okay, so first step is completed, that is recording the book value of assets and liabilities. Right, now come back to question, and now we should consider these points here. Okay, first of all, what they are telling, land and building realized for rupees 4,30,000. Okay, so check the value of land and buildings in the question or in the balance sheet. It's 4 lakh, right? Land and building value was 4 lakh. When we have realized it, we have got rupees 4,30,000. Okay, so I will record it on the opposite side, in the credit side, as cash or bank account. Okay, so here let's take bank account, because in question cash at bank is given, right? So I'm taking bank account. Okay, so assets realized, it's very important to mention this. Okay, you have to mention in full. For due to lack of space, I'm writing in shortcut, assets realized. Clear? So you have to take it as land and building. They are realized for rupees 4,30,000. Okay, then come back to question. Debtors realized for rupees 2,25,000 with interest, and rupees 1,000 were recorded for bad debts written off last year. Okay, so first of all, take the value of debtors. Debtors, they are realized for rupees 2,25,000. Interest is included in this. Okay, but we have bad debts of rupees 1,000. We had bad debts of rupees 1,000 which were written off last year. Now they have been recovered. Okay, so we are getting 1,000 rupees now. This was written off last year, but now unexpectedly we are recovering our bad debts. So I'll take it here, bad debts rupees 1,000. Okay, basically here I'm recording all the amounts that I'm getting. Okay, the amount that I'm receiving by selling the or realizing the assets. Clear? Then come back to question. Then there was an unrecorded investment which was sold for rupees 25,000. Now there is an investment which has not been recorded in the balance sheet, but now it has been sold for rupees 25,000. So again take it here, investment rupees 25,000. Okay, then come back to question. Vichal took over machinery at rupees 2,80,000 for cash. Okay, now if here one of the partner is taking over the machinery. Okay, Vichal is one of our partner, but it is mentioned that Vichal took over machinery at rupees 2,80,000 for cash. It means he is immediately paying off the cash to us. Okay, so again we will take it in the cash or bank account only. Okay, so we will take it as machinery rupees 2,80,000. Now in case for the same adjustment, this word for cash was not mentioned. Okay, it was only given that Vichal took over machinery at rupees 2,80,000. In this case, we would have mentioned as Vichal's capital account in bracket for machinery taken over. Okay, in that case, we would have recorded partner's capital account. But here he is immediately paying the cash, right? So I'm taking it in cash or bank account. Clear? I hope we are not confused with this now. Okay, so now then they are telling that creditors were paid 4,000 less in full settlement. Okay, but before creditors, all our assets have been realized. Okay, once check it in the balance sheet, in the book value here, we had land and building, this has been realized, right? We had machinery, right? Machinery has been realized. We had debtors, debtors have also been realized. Okay, other than these two, we have two extra assets. Okay, we have recorded them also. Now just total all these. Okay, when you total all these, we'll get the value as rupees 9,61,000 rupees. So basically it means that after selling all my assets and liabilities, I am getting rupees 9,61,000 rupees in my cash or bank account. Clear? If any of the asset was taken over by partner, then I would have not recorded it in the cash or bank account. Okay, I would record that as separately as partner's capital account. Okay, in this case, Vichal is taking over the machinery, but he's immediately paying the cash. Okay, that is why I have recorded machinery under cash or bank account itself. Okay, see, you can mention any of the word, right? Cash or bank account. You can mention any of the word, because in the question it's given cash at bank. I am mentioning it as bank account. Clear? So the amount that I got after realizing my assets is rupees 9,61,000. Next in question they are telling one of our liability, that is creditors, right? Creditors is paid 4,000 less in full settlement. Check the value of creditors here in the question. It's 1,79,000 rupees. We are paying 4,000 less in full settlement. Okay, so we are paying off our liability. So I'll record it as again cash or bank account. Okay, for liabilities paid, right? So creditors have been paid 4,000 rupees less. So 1,79,000 minus 4,000 rupees will be 1,75,000 rupees. So creditors are paid with 1,75,000 rupees in full settlement. Okay. Now there is no information given relating to employees provident fund, right? We have another liability here, right? But in question, any of the information is not given relating to it. At what amount it has been paid. Okay, so in this case I will treat that full 21,000 rupees, whatever the amount of employees provident fund is there, this is paid in full. Okay, I will assume it like that, and I'll mention here employees provident fund. Okay, full amount has been paid. Listen, you can't leave it. Okay, because the information is not given relating to it, you cannot leave this entry. Clear? So once you have to check, once all the assets and liabilities have been recorded, which are given here in the adjustments, then you have to check what all the assets I had, are they all realized or not? Okay, sometimes what may happen, like suppose we have bills receivable rupees 2,000, any of the information relating to it is not given. So sometimes we forget to take this 2,000 here in the assets realized, but if we forget to do so, it's wrong. Okay, if any of the information is not given, all the assets, it's necessary that all the assets should be mentioned on the opposite side. In that case, we will assume that bills receivable are sold for same value. Okay, so in this case with assets it's not given like that, but in liability side we have employees provident fund relating to which information is not given. So I have taken same as it is. Okay, I am assuming full amount has been paid here. Okay, so totally I paid for rupees 1,96,000 for liabilities. Clear? I paid rupees 1,96,000 for liabilities now. Okay, in this question there is no expenses on realization given. Okay, if as expenses on realization were given, again on debit side I would take it as cash or bank account. Okay, in bracket realization expenses, and whatever the amount was given I would have taken that. Clear? But in this case it's not given, so I will not take it here. Okay, now everything is recorded, right? All the steps are completed. First step was to record book value of assets and liabilities. We have done that. Second step was to see what all the assets have been realized or taken over by the partners. That is completed. Third step was to pay off our liabilities. That is also done. Fourth step, which is realization expenses, is not given in the question. Okay, now just total both the amount columns. Okay, and see on which side the balance is more or which side is bigger. Okay, here the balance is more on the credit side. Okay, total of credit side is rupees 11,61,000 rupees. Okay, 11,61,000 rupees. Now I will deduct 9,22,000 and 1,96,000 rupees from 11,61,000 rupees. So the balancing figure that I am getting is rupees 43,000. Balancing figure is on the debit side, so I will treat it as profit on realization. Okay, now this will be transferred to partners capital account. Partners capital account. Okay, who are our partners? Achal and Vichal. Okay, it will be distributed in their ratio. So ratio given in the question is is 3:5. Okay, in this ratio this profit will be distributed among both the partners. So total profit here is 43,000 rupees into Achal's share is 3 divided by 8. See what is the ratio? 3:5. 3 plus 5 is 8, right? So if we divide profit in 8 parts, 3 parts belongs to Achal and 5 parts belongs to Vichal. Okay, that is why 3 divided by 8. So we'll get the value as rupees 16,175. Okay, and Vichal's, so total profits are 43,000 into Vichal's share is 5 by 8. Okay, so Vichal's share is 5 by 8. So simplify this, we will get the value as rupees 26,875 rupees. Clear? So this 43,000 rupees profit has been distributed among both the partners and this will be shown in their capital account. Okay, so this is how we prepare realization account in very simple way. Just remember these 4 steps, then it would be very easy for you. Okay, so in my next session we are going to solve full problem on dissolution. Okay, we will prepare realization account, we'll prepare partners capital account, we'll also prepare partners loan account, and at last we'll prepare cash or bank account. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful. If you liked it, please hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel. You can share the video with your friends. I hope to see you in my next videos. Till that, happy learning.